Hello friends, welcome to your own channel, Noiseless Investment. Here we try to decode a company based on the fundamentals and get to know if the company is worth our investment or not. Please note I am not a SEBI registered advisor and these are my personal views based on the fundamentals of the stock. In case you like my videos, then subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get the useful information on a regular basis. The information that I share in relation to the fundamentals of the stock, they are extremely important, and one must pay attention to the data so as to make a very well informed decision about any company. So here, if I look into Bharat Forge, so today we are going to do a fundamental analysis on Bharat Forge. So this is the website of Bharat Forge. You can get to know more information about this company by visiting the website and look into this. Please do your due diligence before investing in this stock and consult your financial advisor as well. Now, if we move on to Bharat Forge, then we'll look, the current market price of this stock is 807 and it fell by 0.98% on 23rd of June. And if we look into the market cap, it is 37,573 crores. The stock PE is 70.6. And if we look into the industry PE to which this Bharat Forge belong, it is 24.2. So it is far expensive than the industry PE. Now let's look into the ROCE. So the average ROCE for 10 years is greater than the average ROCE for 5 years, which is greater than the average ROCE for 3 years. And for this year the ROCE was 8.82. So in terms of ROCE, it is not a good stock. Let's look into in terms of ROE, that is return on equity. It is for 10 years, average ROE for 10 years was 14.4, average ROE for 5 years was 10.9, average ROE for 3 years is 9.35, and for this year it is 8.02. So it is deaccelerating here. So even in terms of ROE, this stock has not performed very well. Now, if we look into the debt on the company, it is 1.06, which we can understand because it belongs to various sectors. Like it belongs to the railway, it caters to the railway sectors, it caters to the airlines, it caters to transportations, it caters to the automobile sectors, so and petroleum sectors. So these are the sectors in which they actually caters to. So the debt is quite high on these sectors, so that can be considered. Now, if we look into the current ratio, the face value is 2 and the dividend yield is 0.87. So even the dividend yield is not greater than 1 here, and the current ratio is 1.09. So this is the company is efficient, the management is efficient in handling the cash and the other reserves they are having. Now if we look into the promoters holding, it is 45.2, which is less than the 50% mark in this case. If we look into the FIIs, they are having 16.2% and they have reduced their holding by 1.71%. The DIIs, they are holding 27.7% and the change in DIIs holding is 1.61%. So they have increased, though the FIIs, they have decreased their holding. Now if we look into the pledged percent, it is 7.12. So the promoters, they have pledged their shares in the company. Now if we look into the sales growth, it is 23.4 and the profit growth is minus 42.4. So though the company is making the sales, but in terms of profit, they are not earning any profit. So it is negative. Now if we look into the sales growth, average sales growth for 5 years, it is 9 and average sales growth for 3 years is 17. Quarterly sales growth is they are raising by 1.57%. Now in terms of the profit growth CAGR, it is minus 8.3, 12%, 12.5%, and profit growth for the quarterly basis, on the quarterly basis is minus 39.4. So the company has deaccelerated in terms of the CAGR, profit growth CAGR as well. The operating profit margin is 13.4 and the EPS is 11.4. So each stock of Bharat Forge is making 11.4 rupees for you. The dividend payout ratio is 61.7, which is good. Now, if we look into the operating PEG ratio, it is negative, which is not good about this company. Now, if we look into the quick ratio, it is 0.71, which is also not good about this company. If we look into the ROIC, it is 5.98%, which means that it is giving you lesser return uh, than the other stocks, as well as lesser returns than the mutual fund. So if we look into the Altman Z score, then it is 5.08, which is good about this company. The Piotrowski score is 5, which specifies average financials. Now, if we look into the return over 1 month, it is 6.54 over 1 month. The return over 1 week is minus 3.68, and return over 1 day is minus 0.98. So the stock is deaccelerating. Now, if we look into the inventory days, then the inventory days, it has reduced from 235 days to 191. So they are able to clear off their products within 191 days. And this has reduced since March 2022, which is good about this company. Now let's look into the stocks beta. So here, then the beta for this stock is 0.96, which means that it moves in alignment with the market. Now, if we look into the then the stock score is 3 out of 10. It's 3 out of 10, which is not good, and this makes the stock less desirable. In terms of earning, it is 4. In terms of fundamentals, it is 2. Relative valuation is 3. Risk is 10. And price momentum is 10. Now let's look into the chart of the stock, then Bharat Forge. Now, if we look into the chart of Bharat Forge, then we see that earlier it broke this level of 806 and it moved till 844. Now it is retracing back and it is finding support over here. So once if it will break this level, then probably this zone is the zone at which the demand may arise. However, if it will break this level, then it may fall down to this level as well. Now, if you see, there is a gap over here. So the gap is at around 706. So in the future, the stock may retrace down to this level. And because the market don't like gaps, if you look into the volume was lesser than the other days, and you see the stock is falling. So what does that mean? So this means that the retail investors, the weak hand, they are actually selling the stock and moving away. So however, please consider your financial advisor before investing in this stock. There are fair chances that in the future this stock will retrace down to this level as well. Thank you for this. So let's look into the fair value for this stock and get to know. Here we find that the fair value for this stock is 840 and the upside potential is 4.1. The spread can be between 410 and 1121. So these are the pros and cons of this company. You can go through this and get to know more about it. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. And please like and subscribe to my channel in case you like this video.